Good morning, everybody. I hope that you're having a really great day, a great week so far. The week's starting out awesome for you. So if you have a block, go ahead and grab a block or a blanket or a blanket. If you have them both, that's helpful. If not, you don't have to worry about having any props. We are going to go ahead and get started seated. So when you are ready, you can go ahead and come to a seated position. You can sit on your booty. And then just smile, open up the front of the body, and just be thankful for this brand new day that we have been gifted. So I'll take a few moments here to arrive in our space. I want you to rub the hands together in front of the body, and then bring the hands together in front of the heart. You'll close the eyes, sit up nice and tall. Feel the ears and shoulders aligned over your hips. And then just notice the body. I want you to feel how the body is right now in this moment. Do you feel stiff? Do you feel excited for the day? Are you low of energy? Just pay attention to what's going on this morning. And then let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to begin our practice. So take a big, deep inhale through the nose. Expand through the ribs, and then open the mouth, sigh it all out. And again, inhale deeply. Grow nice and tall as you inhale. Open mouth, exhale to sigh it out. And a final time here, slowly inhale. Feel that pause at the top. And then open the mouth, slowly let it go. With the eyes closed, now seal the lips. I want you to bring all of that awareness to your conscious breath that's breathing in and out of the nose. As you find that connection to your breath, that is your anchor to your practice. Every time your mind wanders into your day or back into the past, deepen the breath, focus on the breath so you are anchored in your present moment. Keep the connection to your breath. Keep the smile on your face if you can. Blink the eyes open. We'll use our inhale to sweep the arms up. Look up as the palms touch. And then when you exhale, you're going to twist over towards the right knee. Right hand comes behind you so you can lift through the heart. And then gaze gently over that back shoulder. And then give me a few shakes yes with the head. And a few shakes no. And then we'll pause, gazing over that back shoulder. Take another full breath. And then use your inhale to come back to center. Stretch the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, twist now over towards that left thigh. Right hand onto the thigh. Left hand comes behind you to lift through the heart. And gently gaze over that back shoulder. Start with a few shakes, yes. And a few shakes, no. And then you'll pause, gazing over that back shoulder. Take another full breath. Use your inhale to come up to center. Stretch the fingertips up to the ceiling. And then exhale, you're going to come forward. So walk the hands forward first. Then you're going to press the hands into the floor so you can reach the booty back and then tuck the chin. So this is just going to help you get some more length through the back. It really doesn't matter how far you forward fold. I want you to think about the stretch that you're getting in the hips, the sit bones, and the back. And for me, if I just settle here for a moment, I can start to feel the opening of my sacrum and all that tension that has piled in the low part of my spine starting to release. So take another breath, maybe walk the fingertips a little bit further forward. And then you'll tuck the chin. Come back in on your inhale. And as you exhale, let's cross over the ankles, come into table pose. Nice foundation to start with, bringing the wrists right underneath the shoulders. So I always talk about foundation because it's so important. If we enter into the poses and we don't have a solid foundation, it can create some injury, but it also might make our practice less functional. So grip the mat with your fingertips, press up so you're zippering the belly button to the spine. You don't want to let the belly hang out, just zipper it up, and that's going to help protect the low back. And then I grip the mat with my fingertips, but I'm really using my palms at the same time as I'm pressing the tops of my feet into the floor. On your inhale, I want you to reach the heart forward, let the belly hang towards the floor. And then when you exhale, round the back, spread the shoulder blades, bring the chin towards the chest. And we'll just do that one more time in each direction. Inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone pulls back. And then exhale to round. You can find that neutral spine, maybe wag the hips from side to side. And then 1 foot at a time, I want you to step it back, find your plank pose. We'll see how long Bella starts barking. Hopefully you can't hear her too much. So I want you to reach the heels back, crown of the head reaches forward, firm legs here. So keep pressing the floor away, take a big, deep breath in, feel that length coming out of the heels and the crown. And then when you exhale, lift the sit bones and come into your downward facing dog. You can walk the sit bones up just a little bit, or the feet up just a little bit, and that's going to help you press the sit bones higher towards the ceiling. Soften the heart to the front of the thighs. Take one more full breath. And then you're going to come out high onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, start to walk your feet forward, come into a forward fold behind your thumbs. I want you to keep the feet close together, maybe a little space between, but keep them pretty close together. Rock the weight into the toes. You can let the fingertips hang onto the floor if that feels good. Tuck the chin. You can grab onto opposite elbows. So I like to start my practice with these forward folds, just so you can open up through the back of the body, especially if you are just getting moving for the day. So take another breath. You can shake the head and neck out here as well. And then release the fingertips from the floor. Inhale, come up halfway so the fingers can stay on the floor. Bring the hands to the shins. But the weight is going to rock forward and you're going to have a nice flat back here. Exhale to fold forward. And then let's bend the knees. Use your inhale. Rise all the way up. Sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, pull the hands down to the heart. And then you're going to release the hands to the sides of the body. So when you do this, I want you to feel the feet rooting really far down into the floor, and then feel the inner thighs rotate in towards one another. And that's going to almost screw the feet into the floor so you have a more solid foundation. And then the hands can just rest nicely at the side. Typically mountain pose, we have the palms facing open, but you can just have the hands resting gently by your side. So I want you to bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Feel that the rootedness in the feet, and then the left ear to the left shoulder, and then bring the chin down towards the chest, and then roll it over to the right shoulder. Come to the back, open up through the throat, and then come back to center. And then this time, left ear to the left shoulder, maybe add that left hand on the head, on the right side by the ear, just as weight. You're not pulling the head down. You're just using the weight of the hand to get a little bit more stretch in the right side of the neck. You can even pull the fingertips out to the side or behind the back, and you might feel it a little bit more. And take another full breath. And release the hand if you have it. Lift the head, right ear to right shoulder now. You can keep the ear to the shoulder without the hand, or maybe now you add the palm right by the left ear. Maybe you extend the left fingertips out or put them behind your back. Just take another breath. And then release the hand on the ear if you have it. Lift up. Hands come to mountain pose. Palms shine forward. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out, rooting even more into your mat. The next inhale is going to sweep the hands up. Palms are going to touch overhead. When you exhale, hinge at the hips, dive forward. Come all the way down slowly. Inhale, find your flat back. Rock the weight forward. And then exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms. Step back, find plank pose. And then on your inhale, let's rock the shoulders forward. Keep the control as you exhale all the way down, nice and slow. See if the chest and the hips can touch at the same time. Untuck the toes. You're going to zipper the feet together, press the tops of the feet into the floor, hug the elbows in, and then roll the shoulder blades back. And then lift through the back of the head. Keep it nice and low. You can press into the palms, press into the tops of the feet, press into the pubic bone, and then lift a little bit higher. Take another full breath. And you'll come down. Use your inhale to tuck the toes, firm thighs, firm core. With or without the knees, use your exhale to come into downward facing dog. So a little practice coming into a push-up. You'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Look forward. You're going to plant the right foot by the right thumb. Inch it forward just a little bit. Inch that left foot back. Lower the left knee. Inhale, rise up, find a low lunge. So I want you to pull this right hip back. Press down into the right foot. So feel the entire foot, both the tops of the foot and the heel really grounded there. And then lift up through the torso. If you want to inch this right foot forward, you can to sink a little bit deeper to get more stretch in the front of the left hip. Soft shoulders here. Take another deep breath in. Reach the fingertips higher, but soften the shoulder blades. Use your exhale to bring the hands down to the floor. Tuck the left toes if they're not. Lift the knee. Step back. Find plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hug the elbows close to the ribs. Untuck the toes, zipper the feet together, press the tops of the feet into the floor. Roll the shoulder blades back. Lift through the back of the head. You're going to reach your toes as far back as possible. Lift the heart towards the chin. Take another full breath here, lifting through the back of the head. Don't forget to breathe. Take one more full round of breath. And then we'll come forward. Inhale to tuck the toes and firm the thighs. Remember, with your exhale, you can use your knees or not. Press all the way back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Lift that left heel up. Place the left foot now by the left thumb. Inch it forward. And then you're going to lower the right knee down. Keep the toes tucked if possible. And then if you like that space in the front of the right hip, go ahead and inch the left foot forward a little bit more. Inhale to rise all the way up. Soft shoulders here. Keep the core engaged. Reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. Soften the gaze. Take a full cycle of breath here. Take one more breath to lift the fingertips up. And then exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to the floor. Lift the right knee off the floor. Step the left foot back, plank pose. Inhale to rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower. This time you can lower halfway if you want, or all the way. Inhale now for your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. You're still lifting the heart towards the chin. And then exhale, lift the sit bones, come into a downward facing dog. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel the heart coming closer to the front of the thighs. Feel the heels softening towards the floor. Take one more round of breath. Inhale, come up high onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Hop or step behind your thumbs. Inhale, find your flat back. Rock the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Feel the heart lift into the palms. As you exhale, we're going to hinge all the way back down. Inhale, find your flat back, rock the weight forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, find your plank pose. You're going to rock the shoulders forward, choose which back bend you want. Lower. Inhale for your back bend, reach the heart forward. And then exhale, you're going to lift the sit bones up, come into downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. You can close the eyes if you want. Take one more full breath. And then let's go ahead and move on. Hopefully she'll stop barking now. So let's raise that right foot up. Look forward. Right foot is going to plant by the right thumb once again. Inch it forward and then lower the left knee. Keep the left toes tucked. Inhale to rise up. Soften the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands are going to come down. You're going to stay here. Come onto the right heel. Straighten through that right leg for half splits. So I want you to feel the left hip pull back so that the right and left hip are in line, but press through the ball of the right foot. And it also helps to think about rotating the inner right thigh down to the floor. That's just going to help your toes point straight up to the ceiling. And then wherever you are, if this is where you want to be, you can use a block if that feels better, just for a little bit of stability. You can reach it forward. You can have the hands along the sides of the body. Just do something that feels good here so you feel that stretch in the back of the right hamstring. And don't forget to breathe. Then we're going to come forward, plant the right foot, inhale to sweep the arms up. Pause here for your exhale. The next inhale, I want you to lift and come into a high lunge. You're just going to lift the left knee off of the ground. And then exhale, come into warrior two. So start, check for your alignment. Make sure the left arm is coming out of the body straight. Scoop the right glute underneath the hip. Right knee points towards the middle toe. Gaze over your middle finger. Deep, full breath here. Flip your right palm. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Take a deep, full breath. Sink a little bit deeper into that right knee. Use your inhale to straighten through the right leg. Keep driving the ball of the right foot down. And then use your exhale to extend the fingertips, scrape them across the ceiling. And try and reach the wall in front of you. Bring your hand all the way down. Your hand can land on your right shin. It can land at your ankle, your toe. You can even use a block behind the foot to the outside of the ankle. Put your fingertips on that block. So wherever you are, rotate the right ribs forward. And then choose if you want to add that left hand straight up or you can keep it on your hip. Keep opening up through the front side of the body. It also helps to feel that left shoulder coming back in space. Both feet are evenly planted. Take one more breath. And then you're going to look down, put a bend in that knee. Left hand spirals down, spin to the ball of the left foot. Plant the palms here. And then you're going to sweep the right leg up. So come into a three-legged dog or splits here. Reach through that right heel and then look forward. That right knee now is going to come to the right wrist. We're going to set up for a pigeon pose. If this doesn't work for you today, then spin over onto your back and place the right ankle on top of the left knee. I want you to lift up through the heart. Maybe this feels good where you want to stay. Maybe you want to come down onto the forearms. You have your block you can bring underneath the forearms as well. If you're having a little bit of trouble reaching the floor and you have multiple blocks, you can stack those blocks as well. You can place a block under the forehead. Just want you to find that sweet spot where you can focus on your breath and settle into the posture. So this pose is really great for releasing any built up tension or emotion that we've stored in the hips. So use your breath here, deepen the breath. If you notice the mind starting to chatter, that's where you anchor yourself with the breath. And take another full round here. And then use your inhale, you'll rise up. Any props that you might have, go ahead and set them out of the way. Ground the palms. You're going to tuck those left toes back under. Sweep the right leg back up into that three-legged dog. You can open up the right hip if that feels good. You can even come down into table pose if that feels better for you and roll out that hip. Extend it out, shake it out. So whatever feels good, take a moment here and then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Once you get into downward facing dog, feel the sit bones lift really high. Reconnect with your foundation, your breath. And then let's move on. Left leg lifts as you inhale. Look forward, plant the left foot by that left thumb. You can inch it forward and then lower the right knee, keeping the toes tucked. Core engages. Drive the ball of the left foot down. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, rise all the way up. Soften the shoulders, reach the fingertips up, and then see if you can keep those hips in line with one another. So pull the right hip back as you're driving the ball of the left foot down. One more big breath in. Get nice and tall through the spine. And then exhale, let's bring the hands down to the floor. Inch that left foot forward just a little bit. And then you'll come onto the left heel, point the left toes up towards the ceiling and walk the hands back. Use any props that you need to here. But again, drive the ball of the left foot forward, rotate the inner left thigh down, and then feel the hips in line with one another. Reach the heart towards the toes. Breathe nice and deep. Really nice. Let's go ahead and come back. Walk forward. Plant the knee over the ankle. Right toes are tucked. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Let's go ahead and lift now the right knee as you inhale, coming into that high lunge. And then we'll exhale, spin the right heel down, come into warrior two. Sink down into that front knee. Check out the back arm. Make sure it's coming out of the body straight. And then gaze over that front middle finger. Scoop the left glute underneath the hip, and that's going to help to point the knee towards the middle toe. Open up through the heart. Soften the collarbone. You'll take one more breath here. Let's flip the left palm. Use your inhale to reverse your warrior. Right hand comes down the back of the thigh. Open up through the front side of the body. Soften the left collarbone. Sink down deeper into that left knee. Take another full breath. And then we'll inhale, straighten through the left leg. Drive the ball of the left foot down. As you exhale, feel like you're scraping the fingertips across the ceiling and all the way down that wall in front of you until you reach either your foot, the ankle, or your block. Remember, you have that option of placing the block to the outside of the left ankle. So I keep my right hand at my hip to start. Press both feet into the floor, rotate the left ribs forward, and then maybe start to look up. Maybe add that right hand straight to the ceiling. And take a full breath here. Maybe start to open up through that right shoulder. Left ribs rotate forward more. Keep breathing. Take one more full round. Use your inhale to unwind. Bring that right hand down. Spin to the ball of the right foot. Put a little bend in the left knee. Prop set off to the side. Ground your palms. Inhale to sweep that left leg up. Find your splits, three-legged dog. And then look forward. Bring the left knee to the left wrist. So again, if this doesn't work for you on this side, roll over onto your back. You're going to place the left ankle on top of the right knee. So make sure that right leg is straight coming out of the body. Inhale to lift up. Maybe this is where you want to stay, or maybe you exhale forward. So if you stacked the palms in any specific way, or you stacked the fists, go ahead and try and stack them in the opposite direction. And then just breathe here. Soften the muscles in the face. Let the hips use that breath to re-anchor yourself back to your moment here if the mind starts to wander. All right, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Right toes are gonna tuck. You're gonna firm that right leg, press into the palms, either table pose or sweep that left leg back up, three-legged dog. And shake it out. And then let's find downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower the knees down to the floor. Bring the sit bones off to the side, extend the legs out in front of you and rock from side to side. I want you to inhale to lift up and out of the spine, ground the sit bones, and then now next inhale, arms come along. As you exhale, bring the belly button to the spine and hinge forward. You can grab onto the calves, the ankles, or the feet. Reach the heart down the thighs towards the toes. Take another full breath. We'll rise all the way up. Start to walk your spine down. Come onto your back. You can rock from side to side. And then I want you to bring the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit here. And let's let them come all the way over to the right side. Open up through that left shoulder. Maybe gaze towards the left palm. Big, deep breath. And then you'll inhale, come back to center with the knees. Exhale them over to the opposite side. Gaze maybe towards the right hand. And then we'll inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees, wrap the arms around the shins. And then one leg at a time, I want you to extend to the corners of your mat. And I promise we won't be here for too long, but we do need to let the body come into stillness for a moment. And this is what allows all of the benefits of your practice to sink into your body. So just take a deep, full breath here. Then we'll bring the knees into the chest. Either use your core to rock forward and backwards up to seated, or you can roll off to one side and press up into our seated position. We'll rub the hands together in front of the body. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Close the eyes. Let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to end our practice. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And a final time, big inhale. And a big exhale. Put a smile on your face. Before you blink the eyes open, find gratitude for your practice, honoring the time that you have given to yourself. When you're ready with that smile on your face, lift the chin, blink the eyes open. Namaste. All right, you guys, thanks so much for your time, for your practice. I hope you take all of the energy that you have created on the mat and take it off into your day. Have a really great day, and I hope to see you back on the mat on Thursday morning at 8:30.